Amidst the ongoing drama surrounding Rachel Zegler's most recent project, which has everyone talking, the studios are attempting to blame it on scheduling conflicts, but industry insiders are painting a completely different picture. What was supposed to be her big comeback film has reportedly been shut down mid-production. Not just delayed or rescheduled, but completely halted. Close to the production, things had been going south on set for weeks before everything fell apart. Rumor has it that Rachel's behavior. Crew members have been discussing her alleged attitude issues, uncooperative energy, and one particularly explosive incident was what ultimately forced the director to halt the entire production, not financial difficulties or technical difficulties. The tension seemed to have progressively increased, beginning with minor things like eye rolls during line readings and tardiness, as well as dismissive behavior during blocking drills while sipping coffee. According to reports, a lighting technician claimed that she thought she didn't need to be there because she was doing us a favor. When these early warning signs weren't addressed, the problem reportedly turned into something considerably more disruptive. Despite the screenplay being finalized, Rachel apparently started contesting the script and requesting significant revisions. One insider mentioned she seemed to want her character rewritten to better fit her image, rather than serving the story as intended. The breaking point came during what should have been a routine direction session, when the director gave her some basic notes, apparently just simple adjustments about delivery and timing. Rachel allegedly lost her cool. Eyewitnesses report she raised her voice, accused the director of undermining her talent, and stormed off set while still in costume. Cameras were rolling, extras were watching, and that moment reportedly marked the beginning of the end for the production. The fallout was immediate and widespread. A supporting actor supposedly refused to film their scenes with Rachel. Without a mediator present, the makeup team allegedly started rotating shifts to avoid her trailer. One assistant bluntly described the atmosphere as toxic, saying Rachel had turned the set into a walking PR nightmare. Meanwhile, Rachel reportedly acted like she was the one being victimized, telling others she felt targeted and disrespected. What makes this situation particularly fascinating is how it mirrors other controversies Rachel's been involved in previously. After her widely criticized comments about Snow White, many were watching this film as her chance at redemption. Instead, the headlines have shifted from Rachel Zegler's big comeback role to Rachel Zegler too difficult to work with. The pattern seems consistent, being perceived as uncoachable, rewriting material mid-production, and having her behavior become the story instead of the actual project. Online responses were harsh and quick. Memes exploded on social media. This isn't just another celebrity issue. It might have major professional repercussions. One especially nasty post on Reddit encapsulated the sentiment. She's not unlucky, she's just unlikable. When a major production halts, and you're at the center of the controversy, the industry takes notice, and casting directors and studios begin taking notes. As one entertainment attorney put it, no one wants to insure a lead actor with a meltdown record. This wasn't some small indie film, but a high-budget studio production meant to repair her image after previous PR disasters. According to sources, Rachel is already frantically trying to make amends, reaching out to publicists to lessen the blow, and even contacting journalists with whom she has previously clashed. Her fan base appears split, with some saying the media is bullying her, and others admitting they are sick of defending her actions. What's especially hurtful is that this wasn't even her movie. She was hired to support someone else's vision rather than take it over. Now, however, all the attention is on her once more for all the wrong reasons. And the more she tries to portray herself as the victim, the more the public rolls their eyes. The most telling aspect of this whole situation may be the deafening silence from Hollywood after everything fell apart. When drama like this breaks out, you would expect at least one member of Rachel's professional circle, a co-star, a former director, or anyone else, to speak up in her defense. But instead, there has been this unsettlingly calculated silence that speaks volumes. Not even a generic Instagram story or vague supportive Instagram story. When a number of A-list celebrities who have collaborated with Rachel were asked about the situation in recent interviews, they either changed the topic or gave vacuous answers that screamed, "I want no part of this. I've worked with Rachel, and she's an incredible tweeter." This kind of industry-wide silence isn't accidental. Even those who have previously name-dropped her at premieres are conspicuously absent. Perhaps most telling is the studio's own response, or lack thereof. There's no strong statement defending their star, just dry procedural language about production adjustments and commitment to excellence. The ripple effects are already showing. One source claims a rising actress attached to a future project with Rachel backed out, citing creative differences. Hollywood speak, for I saw the headlines, and I'm not signing up for that drama. Others have allegedly asked their agents not to pair them with her in casting calls. Even journalists who once praised her are now revisiting her previous statements with fresh eyes, finding quotes that once seemed quirky but now read as entitled. After staying quiet initially, Michelle eventually responded to the controversy, but not in the measured, reflective way most PR teams would recommend. Instead, she went on an impromptu Instagram live rant that only escalated the situation. Dressed in a hoodie and using a blend of sarcasm and defiance, she made comments like, "Everyone's just ignoring my phone calls, whatever, it's chill, I don't even care." In addition to the eye rolls and shocked comments asking why she was making fun of the situation and playing the victim, she continued her tirade by joking that she would be discussing them on a talk show that evening while grinning, as though she were endangering the film's production. She then followed this up with TikTok videos in which she mockingly alluded to her dual role in the movie, saying, "There's two of me, double the trouble, am I right?" The timing couldn't have been worse following reports that she was the main cause of issues on set. Even her supporters found it difficult to defend her actions, with one admirer writing, "I want to like her, but she makes it so hard." According to reports, her staff advised against this social media meltdown. According to sources, her representatives had prepared a formal apology and a plan to change the story, but she refused, allegedly stating that she was done playing nice and that the decision could have serious repercussions beyond bad PR. Insiders claim that the studio's legal team got involved right away after her posts, investigating whether she had broken the confidentiality and non-disparagement clauses in her contract. The studio reportedly started recording everything, including timestamped posts, internal messages, interviews with cast and crew who felt undercut, and one assistant who allegedly said that she felt truly unsafe when Rachel yelled during a blocked scene. This isn't just about reputation anymore. It could result in legal exposure. Rachel's own legal team allegedly suggested that she remain silent once again, but by that point, the harm had already been done. With hashtags like "replace the studio" remained completely silent throughout Zegler's replacement with other actresses in popular fan edits, which frequently suggests behind-the-scenes legal negotiations. This has become a containment situation. It's not about finishing the movie anymore. It's about making sure it doesn't bankrupt anyone. According to a source close to an executive producer, insurance companies have the right to refuse to cover losses related to talent disruptions, meaning Rachel's outbursts could cost millions of dollars. According to speculations, the studio may be creating a legal separation provision that would enable them to terminate Rachel and rework the film without having to start over from scratch. Meanwhile, the effects on the sector are still being felt. According to reports, Rachel has been tagged as high risk by PR teams from multiple organizations. A big brand that had selected Rachel for a campaign discreetly removed her from all promotional materials without providing any notice, apparently warning clients not to be pictured with her. This goes beyond Rachel's own professional issues. Her predicament has spurred discussions in the industry about how to manage young talent, particularly those with significant social media followings. A trusted source said, "She's a walking HR risk. The red flags were always there, we just ignored them because the hype was too loud." Beyond the immediate repercussions of Rachel's actions, a more significant shift in the industry is taking place. What began as one actress's breakdown has turned into a warning that is forcing studios to reconsider how they handle young, outspoken talent. According to a casting director who spoke to a trade magazine off-air, Rachel's situation has actually hampered progress for young actresses who genuinely want to use their platforms for meaningful change. She made activism look bratty, the source said, suggesting that this could harm others who were approaching advocacy more responsibly. The ripple effects are already apparent. Actors under 30 with sizable social media followings are reportedly having behavioral terms added to their contracts by studios. These clauses basically say, express yourself if you want, but don't drag us down with you. Instagram live sessions will no longer be unfiltered. The project itself will no longer be overshadowed by red carpet speeches. Executives now view Rachel's authenticity as a problem rather than an asset. Rachel is not the only outspoken Gen Z celebrity suffering the effects. Other celebrities are also apparently being reassessed behind closed doors. In addition to evaluating general communication patterns and finding holes in media training, executives are looking at previous remarks and posing important queries. Can this person properly communicate with the media? Will they genuinely promote the movie or turn every interview into a controversy? Will they keep on-set difficulties private? Rachel's predicament has demonstrated that, when it comes to talent, viral doesn't always equate to value, and talent representatives are even altering their strategies. The industry spent years trying to appeal to younger audiences by casting bold, outspoken talent and pushing for authenticity. Now they're wondering if some stars are too authentic, or if their realness causes more problems than benefits. One younger actress with similar activist leanings was allegedly told by her team to relax online for 6 months while they secure her next project, while another was reportedly told to delete a recent tweet thread criticizing studio executives immediately after signing a multi-picture deal. Everyone is anxious about the next big star in the making as Rachel's collapse unfolds in real time. When a promising performer turns into a liability, studios become risk-averse. And the question now isn't just whether Rachel can recover, but whether Hollywood even wants her back. In the entertainment industry, comeback stories are common. We've seen celebrities fall harder and rise higher, but those comebacks usually require an influential person by your side, such as a mentor, a loyal fan base, or a studio willing to take a chance with Rachel. There's a lot of silence, and those who once supported her are pulling away as if to avoid legal issues. Industry analysts are already referring to Rachel's situation as a reverse in a time when public opinion is currency. Reputational harm doesn't go away easily. Cinderella was taken from obscurity, given a platform, and watched it all vanish at midnight. Rather than losing a glass slipper, she lost her audience. The same people who once hailed her as the next big thing now make fun of her name. The fact that Rachel doesn't seem to understand how serious her circumstances are is possibly the most tragic feature. When an actress continues to court compassion while the industry moves on, it's not creating a redemption arc. Rather, it's solidifying a cautionary story. Her recent social media actions, which combine sarcasm and self-pity, suggest resistance rather than introspection. She's doubling down even as support declines. While Rachel may someday score another part or give another tearful interview professing growth and development, Hollywood is already enacting new regulations and developing a new pattern for young stars that Rachel no longer fits. The harsh reality is that the industry has largely moved on. Although her name may still appear in headlines, attention is now going to someone else. Her upcoming project, a buzzy romantic comedy with an A-list ensemble cast, is reportedly already recasting her role. The official explanation is probably going to be scheduling conflicts, but insiders say it's a tactful way to break things off without making headlines. This circumstance brings up more significant issues regarding social media celebrity and the shifting relationships between talent and studios in the digital era. For better or worse, traditional PR filters vanish when celebrities have direct access to millions of followers. The industry is paying close attention, taking notes, and making adjustments to avoid another Rachel disaster, since Rachel's example shows how easily an uncensored voice can destroy years of career development. Thus, it is still unclear if Rachel Zegler will actually recover from this string of scandals, or if Hollywood has quietly shut the door without her knowledge. The upcoming months will reveal if this is yet another setback in a lengthy career, or the pivotal event that irrevocably changed her course. Whatever occurs, one thing is for sure. Her narrative has already altered the way the industry views youthful talent, which will have an effect on the following generation of